check, check, check. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Greg. Greg, splashes. Yeah. Yes. This is a professional gong master, my friend Greg Wilkins. Say hello to Greg. He is fantastic. All right, welcome to the Naturally Boulder Pitch Slam. Can I get a hooray for the Pitch Slam is back? So I'm Bill Capsalis, the Executive Director at Naturally Boulder. It's great to see all of you here. 400 registrations, thank you. Really appreciate that. Appreciate everything you bring to the community. Thank you for being here. We have a snappy program for you tonight. It's going to move quick, so keep your eyes on the ball. And you will hear the gong when the 3 minutes is up. Right now, I would just like to say thank you to the Levin Hall staff and to everyone here at the JCC. They did a fantastic job for us. We were here all day setting up. They were great. Thank you, JCC. And a real quick shout out to the team, Amy and Julie. Thank you guys, tremendous amount of work. And 35 volunteers. Thank you, volunteers. It's like E-Town. Okay, without further ado, and we are going to move quick, so keep on the edge of your seat. We are going to open the showcase after this. There's one bar open with one bartender, so be patient. We will reopen the bar after the show ends, okay? It's going to be about an hour and 12 minutes. I know you can deal with it. So without further ado, even though I just said that, our two MCs for this evening. Say hello to Raj and Aaron.
All right. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it, and welcome everybody. I'm glad to be back and emceeing. Last time I was there was October of 2021, and so thank you for inviting me back, and also thank you for the 6 people you called before me that said no to you. So I'm really glad to be here. Thank you for being your 7th choice. This is our 18th Pitch Slam, which is pretty crazy to think about it and how this has evolved over time, but the core of it remains the same. We have 5 pitchers coming up. They're each going to get 3 minutes to pitch their products, and then they're going to get 3 minutes of questions from our mean, angry group of snarling judges over here. We haven't fed them all day. They're extremely upset, and they're ready to go to town to the people coming up. But we have a few twists this year as well. We have 5 different groups of local companies seeking investment in their brands, pitching you, the audience, for potential participation. We also have Steve Hughes, who's a Boulder stalwart and icon, who's going to be coming up and talking about the state of the industry. And we also have Juan Stewart here as well, prior year's Pitch Slam winner and fresh off a Shark Tank appearance, who's going to be coming up and talking a little bit, I see you, buddy, talking a little bit about his life in the past year.
And I know Bill mentioned this, but don't forget the Innovation Showcase. If you did not have a chance to get over there before the Pitch Slam, it will be open again. So we have 25 amazing companies showing their latest and greatest products. I know I didn't hit all of the booths, so make sure you do head over there, grab samples. There's plenty of them, and make sure you give them their love. So lots going on over there. Also worth mentioning, and this is an amazing announcement, is that our prize pack this year is a record-breaking $170,000 prize pack. So we're going to detail that in a little bit, but let's keep going. Bill started off with some thank yous, and honestly, we would not be here tonight. This event would not happen if we weren't able to thank all of our sponsors and donors. So let's go through a few of them. JCC for hosting us, always such a great venue for this event. Of course, New Hope Network, our title sponsor. And all of these amazing event sponsors and donors, Beauty Booze, Blend 360, Beatbox, Conscious Alliance, Eco Products, Frescoes, Groovy, Holidaily Brewing, Hooch Booch, The Infinite Monkey Theorem, Mortal Kombucha, New Hope, Rationale Brewing, Remedy Drinks, Rudy's, STEM, Sverte, and Weller.
And before we jump into meeting the judges, real quickly, just a quick thank you to our departing board members. Bayros, Kelly, Ben, Andy, Kyle. Amongst the 5 of you, there's 4 executive committee members, there's 2 former chairs, and a ton of hard work and a ton of good times. Thank you all for everything you've done for Naturally Boulder, and we look forward to seeing you at the events. And on that note, we're also excited to announce our new board of directors and our new executive committee. So Brandon Hernandez, where are you, Brandon? I know you're somewhere around here. Hi, Brandon. Brandon is our new chair. Justin, Mike, and Jenna are all going to be part of our exec committee. So we're very excited to have them on. On I guess a more personal note, real quickly, I've left the world of being a stay-at-home dad, and very mediocre stay-at-home dad at that. And we'll be joining the Boulder Food Group as of 12 hours ago, so that's up right now. As long as I don't embarrass myself, Tom said I'm totally fine. Tom, am I doing okay right now? That's a thumb, right? Okay. Appreciate it. And and also a quick thank you to our staff, to Bill Capsalis, Julie Zagers, and Amy Korstorfin. Thank the 3 of you for everything you've done, along with all our volunteers, our advisors, and everybody else who's played a part in this. Thank you so much. Now, Catherine Walsh, where are you at?
Oh.
I can't see her in that damn corner. Catherine is a former prior MC, and she's going to be introducing the judges as well as critiquing all the things we're doing wrong. So please, Catherine, join us.
Hi, everyone. I am delighted to be here to introduce our our esteemed panel of 5 judges this evening. It's great to be here. Okay, I think when I announce your names, if you could just turn around and wave to the audience, that would be great. Our first judge is Morgan Ago. She has over 15 years of marketing experience in brand building and product innovation for Fortune 500 companies and startups alike, including Meaty, Godiva Chocolatier, Earth Balance, Gardein, Mega Red Vitamins, and Natrol Vitamins. After experiencing firsthand how much support startups and small businesses could use from experienced marketers, Morgan decided to start her own consultancy. The wealth of knowledge she gathered over the years from a variety of companies at various stages in different industries coast to coast gives Morgan a unique perspective of how to help businesses grow and scale while staying true to their mission and values. Our next judge is Paloma Lopez. With 20 years of global experience creating vision for healthy and sustainable food systems, Paloma Lopez is an impact food entrepreneur, sustainability consultant, and a former global director of sustainability and brand strategy for the Kellogg Company, where she spearheaded the company's first sustainable agricultural program that now works with over 400,000 farmers. Paloma is the CEO and co-founder of Future Fit Foods, a food startup based in Boulder, integrating regenerative and circularity principles into a business that offers convenient and nutrient-packed foods. She's also a First Mover Social Entrepreneur Fellow at the Aspens Institute Business and Society program. She's also a mentor at the Unreasonable Group, and she's also a board member of Naturally Boulder. Our third judge is TJ McIntyre. TJ has worked in the natural foods industry in Boulder since the mid-90s. Some of the brands he has been associated with growing include Frontier Natural Products Co-op, White Wave Foods, Pixie Mate, Pico Sip House, and Boulder brands, which included Earth Balance, Udi's, Glutino, and Evol. At Bobo's, as CEO since 2015, he is fortunate to work with the best team and mission yet, wildly popularizing the mighty oat bar. Our fourth judge is Emily Mears, the executive director of Crestone Capital. As an executive director of client advisory and shareholder of Crestone Capital, Emily serves as a trusted advisor to entrepreneurs and executives and helps provide the best solutions to meet clients' unique financial and personal objectives. At Crestone, Emily also leads the client team. She was a Denver Business Journal 2002 Outstanding Woman in Business awardee. She received her Bachelor of Science in Finance from Miami University. And in addition to Crestone, Emily serves on the Board of Trustees and is the co-chair of the Investment Committee of the Boulder Community Foundation. And our fifth judge is Andy Nathan, founder and CEO of Fortnite Collective. Andy is the founder and CEO of Boulder-based Fortnite Collective, a brand marketing accelerator driven by the desire to liberate the strategic and creative development process. Andy has over 25 years of experience helping invent or reinvent brands in the natural space. Andy created a new model for the industry, one that focuses solely on helping brands be better, faster via Fortnite's unique brand hack process. I think I got everyone, right? Did I get everyone? All right, good. Thank you so much. Good luck, everyone.
But guess what, you guys? You guys too get to be the judge because we have our People's Choice Award that we'll also vote for at the end of the night. So pay attention, and you too will get to choose your favorite pitch and brand. And let's get back to this prize pack, okay? Because again, like I said, this is the record-breaking prize pack. 2023 is gonna be worth $173,000. So that's definitely a record, unbelievable, but also the clout and the recognition that you get from winning that within this community is amazing. So let me read through a few of the prizes. New Hope will provide a booth at this fall's Expo East, as well as a guaranteed spot to pitch again at the Expo East Pitch Slam. Fortnite Collective will provide one of those brand sprints. Ibotta Insights will give free consumer research or panel data. Blue Quest will be giving a brand strategy sprint. Whole Brain Consulting giving consulting services. Spins giving data packages. Nielsen IQ will give a trend analysis. Sunrise Strategic Partners supporting with a strategy session. Naturally Boulder giving good old hard-earned cash. But wait, that's not all, guys. Additional prizes from Brandjectory, Creative Alignments, Compass Natural, KO Law Firm, McKenna Daniels Design, Sari Kimball Coaching, and Set Creative Studios. Whew! Thank you guys for your contributions.
All right. Now it's time for a thank you for all the Pitch Slam applicants. We had a ton of them, and this is by far the toughest decision we've had to try to narrow it down to 5. And yes, I said that a year and a half ago, and yes, I said that several times in the past, but I actually mean it this time, guys. And so, you know, there's a lot that were deserved to be up here, but there was 5 that we felt were a cut above. So just a reminder, you guys will have 3 minutes to give your pitch, and you have 3 minutes from those super mean, angry judges over there. No pressure. And without any further ado, let's say our finalists. We have Hooch Booch, Hard Kombucha. Terraseed, Vegan Multivitamins. Key Alchemy, Herbal Supplements. Haslo Elixirs. And Peak State Coffee. This will be the order of pitchers, and the best tip I'll give you guys is that some of the judges can be bought. I'm looking at you, Emily. I see you right there. You ready to get started? Hooch Booch. Where you at? All righty. Your stage.
Picture this. It's March of 2020 amidst a global pandemic. You're stuck in your home going crazy. Yeah, me too. Shortly after the quarantine announcement, the mayor of Denver shut down all liquor stores, deeming them non-essential businesses. This brief few-hour period was called the Denver Prohibition. So I started researching the 1920s Prohibition, wondering what actually happened. Oh, and by the way, I was also furloughed from my job. I discovered that classic cocktails emerged to mask bad flavors of hooch or alcohol. Then in tandem with the growing kombucha market, otherwise called booch, the perfect name was born. For the next 9 months of my life, I dedicated my time to developing the product and bringing it to market. My name is Anna Zesba. I'm the founder and CEO of Hooch Booch. We're a Denver-based hard kombucha brand that also recently launched a line of non-alcoholic cocktails, or what we call boneless cocktails. I'd like to touch on the hard kombucha piece, since that's been our primary business since launch. The hard kombucha market is still very much in its infancy, with just a few key players in the market. Now, these players have seen quick success, similar to the seltzer boom. Additionally, there are high barriers to entry in this market, given that the cost to brew is quite expensive and it's extensive to brew, and there are very few contract producers. Now, the overall alcohol market has been growing for years and years. It's not even close to its max potential. Hard kombucha is just a very small piece of this market, and we know that there's always room for more at the top. Now, what makes us different is our classic cocktail and high ABV approach to hard kombucha. We've got a roaring 20s appeal that not only allows us to draw on the hard kombucha market, but also the ready-to-drink cocktail market and other high alcoholic beverages, such as craft beer. Now, we also brew with a champagne yeast fermentation style, softening a lot of those vinegary notes people might find distasteful in kombucha. People do love our product. It's one of the primary reasons people continue to come back and why we're so successful at tastings. Perhaps you've heard the phrase liquid to lips. That's where we win. As for the hard facts, our sales have grown 6 times over the previous year, and our path to profitability is looking strong. In the next 5 years, I see our velocity numbers growing 15 to 20 times our current numbers. Our predominant focus for the brand is on our large chain accounts, such as Whole Foods, Total Wine, Natural Grocers, as well as large venues. We're also targeting the low-hanging fruit by diving deeper into all channels of our current 2 markets, Colorado and Minnesota. Over the next few years, Hooch Booch plans to roll out a national distribution strategy state by state. In just 3 years since the initial COVID shutdown, we now have your new favorite beverage. This is not just a COVID fad, but rather a staple in your refrigerator. Speak easy, drink hard. Thank you.
Great pitch.
Hello, hello. That one?
Great pitch. Are you going to market your products only in grocery stores, or are you going to sell in bars?
We are also in quite a few bars, so we're in about 250 locations across Colorado, south down to the Springs, all the way west out to Durango.
What's the revenue that you're going to get from bars versus grocery stores?
Right now, we're doing about 40% in grocery and other small local liquor stores, about 60% on-premise. The hope is to pull a little bit more on on-premise, as we know on-premise sales really help to drive off-premise sales.
How do you turn on-premise to own-premise? How do you become the #1 product in the bar?
So many people see it on menus, and so it's really that brand recognition. And again, like I said, that liquid to lips, people really get to try before they buy. Oftentimes, bars will give people little samples, such as the ones in front of yourself, to try, again, before they buy.
Anna, tell us a little bit about your path to profitability, please.
Absolutely. So right now we've invested, about $700,000 into the company. The plan to roll out that national distribution strategy state by state really, adds to that velocity, as well as large venues, like I mentioned. It's one of the primary reasons we came out with that 16-ounce cans. So many of the venues were looking for that, such as Red Rocks. We recently got into Widener Field, the Switchback Stadium down in Colorado Springs. So really utilizing those venues to drive up the velocity.
Do you have a strategy to get into conventional grocer? And also, where do you see the biggest opportunity in terms of stealing share? Is it going to be seltzer, in hard kombucha, or in beer?
I I would say in the hard kombucha market right now, the market right now is looking about $60 million this year. It's looking about $260 million in the year 2023. So the market's growing a lot. We plan to grow with that market. As far as conventional, we use RangeMe. I'm not sure some of you may be familiar with that platform, but we're sending out constant samples to buyers of those and, of course, using a women-owned to our advantage as well.
Anna, talk to us about SKU count. How are you managing your SKU count as you think about scaling?
Yes, we have quite a few SKUs. We've got 6 flavors, all classic cocktails. At our contract producer, we have pretty low minimums. We ship to Colorado, of course, and Minnesota. So with that, we're able to manage our inventory on a pretty quick and easy level. But then similar to the beer industry, there's lots of seasonal flavors that we plan to roll out. So we can, roll out an espresso martini in the winter and then...
So are we going to get familiar with the whole line at once, or is there going to be a hero product in the SKU proliferation that I'm seeing right here?
I would say there's probably about 3 heroes that we have. The Clover Club, the Old Fashioned, I like to call that one our gateway product. It's really what draws people in. People know the Old Fashioned, they're familiar with it, it brings it in. And then, we rotate the seasonality kind of similar to beer. Thank you. Thank you. Do I go this way or that way?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Good job. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
Give it up to Anna of Hooch Booch. Next up, Terraseed.
Anytime I can start talking? Yeah? Okay. Sorry, I'm just waiting. Something's happening here. So 80% of Americans take supplements. But what they don't know is that this industry is really destroying our planet. Every year, the supplement industry kills 24 billion animals to create dietary products. This causes a huge impact on natural ecosystems and greenhouse gas emissions. And not only that, the same industry creates 1.8 billion plastic pill bottles that will most likely end up in landfills, or even worse, the ocean. My name is Maria Cebrián, and I'm the founder and CEO of Terraseed, a new brand of supplements that is here to lead a sustainability revolution in this opaque and obsolete category. Years ago, I became vegan because I was very concerned with the environment. And soon after, I discovered that the vitamins I was taking, they weren't even vegan. They were made with animal-derived ingredients, and they were packaged in all this plastic. It was so appalling that after selling my second company, I decided to found Terraseed. Why? Because I wanted to build the most sustainable and ethical supplements out there. We only use plant-based ingredients that are sustainably sourced and are totally clean, like our omega-3. It comes from microalgae grown indoors in South Carolina without damaging any marine ecosystems, while being the most pure and most bioavailable ingredient. We've come up with this fully biodegradable bottle that is the first one of its kind. And every single element in our packaging is fully biodegradable, from the ink we use in our mailers to the elements of this tube. Every single part of our packaging is fully biodegradable and also industrially compostable. We launched our first product in September 2020. And since then, we've sold 13,000 bottles, and we are currently making $20,000 in monthly subscription revenue. We are the only product in the market that is 100% vegan, 100% biodegradable, and 100% sustainably sourced. That's why we have a huge opportunity to conquer the earth-conscious consumer in this booming $60 billion supplement market. We are a subscription-based model. We sell mostly direct to consumer, and our product market fit is remarkable. Our customers really love what we're doing, and we are absolutely ready to start growing with 2 new products. One of them is a multivitamin for kids. And we are here today with the goal of winning this competition to start building the retail channel in 2024. For this year, our goal is to reach break-even, and we are absolutely ready. Sorry, is that the gong? Well, let's go. Yeah, that was bad. Can I please say my last word? Can I please say my last word? I was going to say I'm absolutely excited to be here today and have the opportunity of building, the retail channel if we win this competition, and that we will be one step closer towards our mission of becoming.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Can you?
Thank you.
Hello?
Oh no. Bueno.
Hello? Thanks for
guys hear
sharing.
us?
Can you
Okay.
talk
Sorry. No. Can you tell us about consumer acceptance beyond vegans?
Yeah, actually that's something that we're working on because we are getting a lot of people that are no vegan. So anybody can take the supplement. We developed this formula specifically for a vegan diet. It has the 9 most essential nutrients that are usually lacking in a vegan diet. But we are working now in a pipeline that will be actually for the earth-conscious consumer.
You said you were going to have a product for children, like vegan children?
So the product is going to have more of what the vegan children lack, but it's going to be marketed for everybody.
How many vegan children are there in the country?
Well, there is only 2% of vegan population in the market. That's why we are repositioning the brand to go on after the earth-conscious people, because 58% of consumers are plant-based eaters, flexitarians, and actually it's an easy change to change your vitamins. There don't need to be animal ingredients derived. You can easily take. That's why our next product after that is a multivitamin for women.
you
guys? Oh, go ahead.
Can you please share how you're communicating with your customer about your sustainability practices?
Yeah, we have in our product actually an insert when you receive the product indicating how you can dispose of all the ingredients or all the elements in the packaging. So we are very clear about educating our consumers about that.
You guys talked about where your main ingredient comes from. How scalable is that?
Well, these ingredients are really, they are being developed. We source this ingredient from South Carolina, but there are many options now in the market. I think the ingredient market is going in that direction of sustainability.
Can you tell us a little bit about the younger generations and whether you think there's an opportunity here and what you're doing about it?
Yeah, the market is showing us that sustainability is at the center of decision making for consumers these days, especially in the younger generation. So we know we have a huge opportunity here. We are talking about sustainability in an industry, in a market that no one is talking about. We came up with a report showing the impacts of this industry, and we think we have a huge opportunity to stand out and really make an impact in this very crowded market.
Yeah, that's a great. So how are you planning to attack the crowded space of a lot of highly funded DTC brands that are already out there?
So we're right now relying a lot on paid media to actually get the first growth, but we actually have a content generation strategy, SEO. We actually, like Maria said, invested on developing a report to disclose the impact of this industry and the environment, and we partner with an NGO to make a petition to the FDA to actually force the disclosure of animal-derived ingredients in supplements. We actually reach out to a lot of podcasters, YouTubers. We're having constant interviews around it.
Teresi, thank you so much. Key Alchemy, you ready? Let's do it.
My grandma gave me so many pearls of wisdom, and those pearls have led me to being here with you. I'm Korean American, and when I was in Korea walking through an herbal market, I remembered a time when I was very ill. I had chronic health issues that no Western doctor could fix, and I was misdiagnosed and misprescribed several times. It was my grandmother who tapped into her pearls of wisdom and gave me herbal remedies that worked. They enabled my body to heal naturally. I'm American, and we live in the most prosperous country in the world. Yet it was my Korean heritage that really healed me because my grandmother gave me these herbal pearls. So I asked myself, why aren't these efficacious herbal remedies as accessible here in America? 1 in 5 Americans experience chronic pain, and we are spending about $35 billion a year on supplements. So as an American, I understand the health and dietary issues that we're experiencing. And as a Korean, I know what the solutions could be. So I'm here today to share my pearls of wisdom with you. Key Alchemy Herbal Pearls are an ancient Korean remedy that was created by royal physicians in the 1300s. And Korean medicine doctors of today have refined and still use these types of herbal remedies that are so efficacious. Our hero ingredient, red ginseng, goes through a 6-year fermentation process that's very unique to Korea, and we have exclusive distribution rights to the proprietary blends. We are currently focused on our omni-channel with specialty retailers, practitioners, as well as hotels and spas. We haven't spent any marketing or PR dollars, and we've been featured on major media platforms like Vogue, Forbes, Bloomberg, and much more. Sustainability has always been on the forefront of our business, and so our packaging is reusable, recyclable. Our monthly subscribers receive a paper pouch to refill their jars. We can address the biggest chronic health issues of our time by tapping into the ancient wisdom of my grandmother to really restore our health and our longevity, our key. Thank you. Oh, one more thing. I received a book deal, which my book is being published this fall. Thank you.
Great presentation, Grace. Why is this defensible from the ginseng that is sold in like Whole Foods across the country right now?
Yeah, so Korea is known to produce the best red ginseng in the world. And it goes through a unique 6-year fermentation process that we have really refined in Korea.
Can you share with us where your sales come from, the breakout, like retailers or DTC, and what your plan is going forward?
Sure. So 60% is in our D2C, and then we have about 30% with our practitioners, and then about 10% with hotel and retail, specialty retailers.
And what's your price point compared to your closest competitors?
So we're first to market in the Korean herbal supplement category, so we don't really have competition right now.
In terms of just like mainstream ginseng, though, what's your price point compared to that?
Yeah, so our current price point for our 7-pack is $39.
Can you grow the line beyond ginseng?
Absolutely, yes, and we intend to.
What would that look like?
This is a kind of in the adaptogenic supplement, herbal supplement category. There are so many really unique fermentation processes that Korea has refined, so we are going to expand with new types of herbal remedies.
So beyond the fermentation or the process, 6 years you talked about, are there any specific claims that you can make that are superior to other ginseng products out there?
Yes, we have clinical studies backing our red ginseng, and we work with doctors who have really mastered the craft of creating these herbal blends. So that's very unique to us.
Can you talk a little bit about your proprietary patent, if you have any patents or if you're pursuing any?
So we have filed a design patent for our packaging. We also trademarked K-Wellness because we know that Korean wellness is going to be mainstream. Korean culture in general is mainstream. I guess, yeah, I answered the question.
Just the patents, are you pursuing?
Yes, the design and the trademark.
Okay, but not the ingredients.
Not the ingredients. Yeah.
With the book coming out, is your personal brand pretty integral to the growth
Yes.
of the company?
So my grandmother was an Eastern medicine doctor, so the book is going to lay a foundation with the new SKUs that we will eventually roll out.
Just going back to the claims, what? Oh.
Great job, Key Alchemy. Haslo, you're up. Let's go.
All right, by show of hands, who here participated in Dry January this year? All right, strong but mighty crew, love it. The Harris poll said that about 49% of people took steps to reduce their alcohol intake last year, and 38% planned to do Dry January. People are changing the way they drink, and we're here to help them do it. My personal journey to change my relationship with alcohol started about 5 years ago, and it was when a friend told me that their favorite drink was a tequila soda. At first, I was repulsed by this idea. I was a bartender in college. It sounded like what I would give to people I didn't like. He started telling me all about the health benefits, how it was the easiest spirit for your body to digest, and how he wasn't getting hungover from it. That did enough to pique my interest to do a little market research. I quickly disproved that you can't get hungover from tequila, but I did notice a change in my drinking habits. Being very intentional about what I was drinking made me more aware of how much I was drinking. I told everyone I could about this discovery that I made, and everyone loved this concept of mindful drinking. There was one problem: they couldn't stand the taste of tequila soda. I knew that if I wanted to help people change the way they drink, I would need to make something that was not only healthy, functional, but also tasted amazing. So I partnered with a James Beard award-winning mixologist and created the Lime and Mint Elixir you've all tried tonight. We launched, quickly became known as tequila's favorite mixer, partnered with Casamigos, and had a cult following in the fitness and creative art spaces. Tequila took off on a meteoric rise, growing by 30% last year. So when our sales were doubling, we assumed it was because of everyone's newfound love for tequila. That's why we were so surprised when we found out that 36% of our customers preferred to drink our elixir on its own. It wasn't just their favorite mixer for tequila. It was also their go-to drink when they weren't drinking. We quickly scaled, and we're planning to do more of that this year. We're going to be outsourcing our production to meet up with the increase in demand. We are going to be adding 3 new team members, a COO, who's the former production lead at Conversion Coffee, as well as the former head of finance for 4 Point Brewing. And then we are also going to be raising money and bringing this to the world so that we can all together, as this community of people here at Naturally Boulder, help people not only change the way they drink, but change the way they live. We're going to be expanding into on-premise locations, primarily music venues. We have some deals with Mission Ballroom as well as Red Rocks in the works. We're going to be also moving into specialty retail, pop-up grocer and show fields, as well as Bespoke Post reached out to us as their featured brands for a non-alcoholic space. And we're also going to be moving into the natural grocer space with a carbonated version of this product, which is going to be one of 3 additional SKUs we roll out this year. Thank you.
So if I'm at a show at Red Rocks or at the Mission, I'm going to order tequila and Haslo versus a tequila and soda branded cocktail. How are you going to compete with those very well-funded alcoholic cans that are already there?
Yeah, so I mean, our methodology, our approach is going to be very similar to Red Bull, where we want to be the non-alcoholic drink that is kind of like the wink, wink, nudge, nudge added to your drink. And we're the more mindful option, but that's really taking advantage of the consumer's change in preferences.
How much funding do you need to get to the 40,000 units? And where are you right now?
Yeah, we right now fully bootstrapped. I have one friend that wrote me a check. Thank you, Ben. But we're going to be raising $250,000 this year is our plan to do that and do about $300,000 in revenue.
Do you anticipate additional SKUs, and also are you looking to do a ready-to-drink can as well?
Yeah, so we are 3 additional SKUs this year. One will be a carbonated version of our flagship flavor. And then we're going to come out with a serrano pepper infused one, so people that love spicy margs. And then we're going to be doing a like fruity berry flavor, mixed berry flavor. So the carbonated version will be in a can. Sorry, I should.
What do you think keeps other brands from kind of mimicking what you're doing? Do you have strong brand following, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say our branding is probably the largest, moat that we've built. In the fitness community, we do happy hours every week with a multitude of different studios. So just that really like intimate relationship that we build with people that are in our core demographic, that are active lifestyle. That's kind of how we've been able to differentiate.
In terms of retail, are you going to pursue retail, or is it just bars that you're focused on?
On-premise is where that's where we have to be in order to make this as big as we want to make it. I see retail as more of like awareness building. I don't really see that as our most profitable channel, but this is like this type of a bottle is going to be specialty retail liquor stores, and then the carbonated can version that'll be grab and go at grocery stores and brand awareness building.
What does Haslo mean?
So it means do it in Spanish. It is a command form of hacer. I was walking the streets of San Francisco trying to come up with a name and find any excuse to quit my job in software, and scrolled up and saw
like
do it.
Just Haslo?
Just Haslo. Solo Oslo is the, yeah.
What other drinking occasions besides the obvious, like at night and everything?
Yeah, so I mean, like a lot of people mix it with lemon water in the morning. So like as a morning kind of ritual. Ginkgo biloba. Farnoosh in the crowd from Ayurveda Mama, she's a holistic nutritionist, and the ginkgo version of it's really great for cognitive health to start out. So it's a great morning drink. I've had people, like an Olympic sprinter now takes it before and after workouts to get rid of cramps. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Haslo. All right, last but not least, Peak State.
I'm Danny with Peak State, and I'm so happy to be here, Naturally Boulder. Hey, before I begin, I want to do something. I want you to phones down, close your eyes for a second. Let's just take a big, deep breath in. Now release. Thank you. Now imagine if you could get that feeling of health from your morning coffee. If your coffee ritual could help you not just feel good, but even thrive. Peak State is coffee with benefits. High quality coffee with powerful health benefits from nature for your brain, immunity, and stress, all from adaptogenic mushrooms. It's easy to forget a supplement, but if you're a coffee drinker, you never forget your morning coffee. We've introduced the first whole bean mushroom coffee so that you don't have to compromise on taste for health. And we do that with our patent pending infusion process. The difference is we're good coffee. We're not a chalky powder. And we're a good company. Our coffee is beyond fair trade, directly empowering the women who farm it. It's shade grown, which is not only sustainable, but less acidic on your stomach. And it's beyond organic. We use regenerative sourcing. And you get all of this for just over $1 per cup. We found our first 10,000 customers physically, in person, via human connection when we needed that most during COVID. We pulled stunts like schlepping 10 liters of coffee to the top of a mountain and giving it away, hosted cold plunge challenges, went to farmers markets, health shows, athletic events, and we pretty much asked all of our customers how to refine our product and message to better serve them. This D2C focus at Origin helped us keep cash flows positive. All these physical interactions we took online into our subscription model, where we have over 300 subscriptions today. And 500,000 in sales later, we're omni-channel. but we're innovatively in some alt channels like outdoor retail, where we were a finalist for an innovation award. We did a successful pilot into REI. We don't stop our innovation with our products. We are proud to have a home compostable coffee bag and excited to debut today our intended retail packaging as we enter the retail channel. You know, we've doubled our sales every year and tripled our subscriptions this year over last. We've done all of this just by bootstrapping. Your investment in us would allow us to do paid marketing for the first time. Enter the natural channel. Thank you.
Danny, thank you so much. Great pitch. Back to refining your messaging, like you mentioned. As you think about paid marketing, how do you plan to communicate around regenerative ag, home compostable, et cetera? It's not obvious from your packaging.
Great question. Hierarchy is the most important. Our customers say they're buying this for their health. We lead with that. It's coffee with benefits for your health. When we run paid ads, we've done tests. We capture the health, coffee-sensitive people the most, those who are seeking something that's less acidic than what's out there, not filled with pesticides and glyphosate, something that's clean, low acid on their stomach, and has health benefits that helps them in their health journey. So yeah, leading with that.
I'm confused about one thing. Like I talked to you earlier, like your product, like your energy. What's your breakthrough point of difference? You talk about women growing the beans. You got mushrooms in them. You got a great taste. You got your brand. You got your packaging differentiation. It seems like it's a lot of great things, but maybe not one that I'm going to go home with remembering.
The one is taste. We've solved the taste health compromise with functional and functional mushroom coffees. These adaptogens are booming, and people are putting them in their diets. We're the first one that tastes good, and I say that with respect for the other brands that are out there. Yeah.
Can you tell us about the kind of the claims, brain immunity, stress? Do you have anything backing that up, and are you you think you can sustain those claims?
Absolutely. We don't make any disease, we don't link to any disease treatment, but we've linked all the scientific articles and references on our website. If you just click science, and that would be the easiest way. And I'd love to follow up some more and tell you more about these. What's really important is we're patent pending on this too. People are seeking a better tasting mushroom coffee, so much so we've had other brands approach us and ask to license our infusion process. So there's demand for what we're doing, that people have wanted a better tasting option. This isn't just me bringing this into the world. People are looking for this.
Can you tell us more about the success you saw at REI and what that looked like? We
validated the outdoor retail channel, both at the biggest industry trade show as well as a finalist.
Was it sales, velocity?
So at REI specifically, the one pilot that we did, we sold 87 units in 2 days. But we did some promotion about the fact that we were launching, so we had a local base. That's what we sold.
In terms of innovation, are you thinking of staying whole bean? There's lots of ready to serve. What are you thinking there?
We grind before we ship. We have great respect for good coffee, so we want to make sure people have the freshest experience possible while meeting them where they're at. So that's why we introduced our coffee in a tea bag, a better alternative than instant coffee because it's real coffee that brews fast. And so, you know, we're always keeping that quality and taste at that main differentiator. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Peak Steak. And wow, thank you to everybody who pitched. Now, before we move on with the program, this is your chance, you guys. This is when you get to vote for your favorite brand and pitch. So take out your phones, and we're gonna put a QR code up here on the screen. You can go ahead and scan this. This should bring you to the voting page. If it's not scanning for you, you also have the option to get into your web browser and go to slido.com and use this code to vote. So is it working? There's a chance with everybody doing it at the same time. We got about 10 minutes to do this, so if it's not working, keep trying. Okay. Good? Working? All right. No? Give it a few minutes. All right, while the judges now are being whisked away to deliberate, we're going to bring a naturally Boulder veteran to the stage and have him give a state of the industry from an investor's perspective. Former CEO and chairman of Boulder Brands, co-founder of Sunrise Strategic Partners, Steve Hughes. Steve?
Thanks. Well, for an old timer like me, watching these 5 companies is pretty exciting. The entrepreneurial energy and passion is really pretty heartening. When Bill and I talked about doing this, state of the industry, I said, well, Bill, couldn't we do like 2018 or 2019? He said, no, you gotta do this year. So I thought long and hard about what to say because I want to make sure that I'm being unvarnished and transparent, but at the same time, these are pretty difficult times, pretty unique times. And so, as I look at I've been selling groceries now for 45 years. Started as a retail sales rep in eastern Alabama, western Georgia, in a Ford Fairmont, no air conditioning, AM radio, pretty tough life. And I've been doing this for a long time, and I look back. The last 3 years, I've never seen anything like this. I mean, we had 2 years of COVID. It was brutal. Come out of COVID, this could be great. We get hyperinflation, right? And it stressed everything. And it really changed, as I am, people that know me, I'm the eternal optimist. So take this in the spirit it's offered. I think we're headed for a couple more tough years. We still have inflation. The consumers are stressed beyond belief. And it really is one of those situations where you really have to be smart and maybe a little more defensive than we typically are. Capital has gotten hard to get. I mean, if you are a subscale business not making money, it's going to be hard to get, and if you get it, it's going to be very expensive. So I gave a lot of thought about, okay, that's great. What do I do about it? I'm at a point in my life where, this town and this industry has been so good to me and my family that, okay, what can I do to help out? And we have, recently we raised for Sunrise 2, $250 million. We brought Peter Burns in and his team. I mean, these guys are the experts on exits. I mean, they're incredible about how they can drive top line to the bottom line. So Peter's got the lead on Sunrise 2. So for the first time in 45 years, I actually have time on my hands. I got 5 grandkids in town, soon to be 6, so not as much time as I would like. But I look at it and I go, okay, how can I help? I've been, really a very lucky man. I mean, I came to this town 25 years ago. Mark Retzloff was one of the first people I met. I was kind of the first suit from Large Cap that came in and was kind of adopted by Doug Green and the original posse. And during that time, I've had a chance to work at Celestial. I worked at White Wave with Steve Demos. I worked at Frontier with TJ. We did Boulder Brands, and we've done, now with Sunrise, some great investments. I've worked on some of the best brands in the last 25 years with some of the very best people in this industry. And I've got a playbook. I've made a lot of mistakes. Can't help you avoid all of them. But my thought is potentially now, kind of go into my give back phase. And so, for anybody here or anybody if they're looking for a $15 to $25 million investment, call Peter Burns, okay? If you just want, an unvarnished, fresh set of eyes on your business, what your issues are, what you're dealing with, whether or not you're a brand or you're a supply, you're somebody who's supporting the industry, I'd be happy to sit down with you. It'll cost you a cup of coffee or a beer. But I really want to help. I want to give back. I've spent so much of my time focused outside of Boulder with the brands we bought and everything else. I was outside. I come in tonight and I going, I see some old friends. In Mark's case, very old friends. But I don't know many of you. I don't know many of you. So the best way to reach me is Stephen B. Hughes with a PH, 54. That's the year I was born. Not very, very creative. At Gmail. shoot me an email and let's get together. I'll buy coffee. Oh, you can buy coffee. I have to be paid, but that's really the extent of it. And also, the thing is, I've got a network of experts. I always said that I've been fortunate to have a team of people I've worked with going back to Healthy Choice, and actually in McCormick, who I always said, they did all the work and I take all the credit. So depending on what your issue is, I have people I could introduce you to that could do the deep dive. If it's your packaging, your brand positioning, your innovation, and I just love that kind of work. I used to always say, I got whether it's at Healthy Choice or Trop or Boulder Brands, I love the first 6 months of every new business. And then I got bored to death. Because when you're CEO, once you set the strategy and you set the annual plan, you kind of have to shut up. Because when you walk into a room and say, oh, what about this? Everybody goes, oh, let's do that. So I really do love that phase. And so every one of the businesses I would meet after tonight would be new to me. And I would give you my best thinking, not to listen to me. My wife Grace rarely does. But I really would like to help. I'd like to give back because this has been a special place and I've been a very lucky man to be part of it. So thank you very much.
Steve, thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. So as I mentioned earlier, something new we're trying out this year. We have 5 local Colorado brands that are going to be pitching you, the audience, for investment in their company. So sit back, be prepared to listen. Note that the brands will be available to talk in our innovation showcase that will be opening up as soon as we're done here, and get ready to write a big, fat check to all of them. All right, our first up, Sati Soda.
Okay. Hey, everybody. I'm David McLaughlin, founder and CEO of Sati Soda. And we launched Sati CBD Soda in October of 2019. Everything was going great. And then the Flatten the Curve started. And we really had to get out and hustle and get after it. And that's what we did. I traveled the country extensively. We have distribution in 35 states now with Sati CBD Soda. And if anyone knows about the challenges that CBD beverages has had, it's pretty amazing. But we do appreciate our independent retailers that have brought us in. There's thousands of them across the country. And then right here locally, Sprouts most recently, Lucky's, Lever's, all these great locations. Our mission is to create a product and get it out to the people that's of high quality. We're in the process of being certified organic. We should have that done here in the next couple weeks. And we really want to create a product that's actually beneficial for people. We want to become a household brand, household name, that it's good for kids. And it's actually a healthy soda, if you can imagine that. Imagine, you probably remember Hanson's. That soda that's no longer available, that was 44 grams of sugar per can. We use organic cane sugar, low calories. We have a really cool brand. Our designer worked for Celestial Seasonings for 20 years. She's amazing, she's local. And everyone knows, you guys heard people earlier, the functional beverage trends. It's booming. People are buying this stuff. It's amazing, even with what's going on in the economy right now, people are spending $3, $4, $5 a can on this stuff. It's really, it's incredible the turns that we get. Current status, I mentioned that. We are now doing a non-CBD and raise the funds. Once you come see me in the other room, we've got a 20-page deck and we can send it over to you, and thanks so much. Great job, thank you.
Thank you so much. Hala Daily.
All right, we ready? Hi, my name is Karen Hertz, and I am the founder and chief brewista of Hala Daily Brewing Company. We are the leader and obvious choice for gluten-free beer in the United States. I started Hala Daily Brewing as a combination of my education, my work life, and my personal life. I have an MBA in entrepreneurship. I worked at another brewery in Golden for 10 years. You may have heard of it before. And I ran into health issues. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with melanoma as well as thyroid cancer, and had surgery and radiation treatment for both. But in addition to that, was told I needed to cut gluten out of my diet. I worked in the beer industry. I'm a Colorado native. I love the Colorado craft beer culture. I love beer with my family and friends or at sporting events. And I felt like that piece of my social life was removed from me. And I thought maybe other people might feel the same way. So in 2016, I opened Holiday Brewing Company in Golden, Colorado. And it turns out I was right. There were other gluten-free people that really wanted to have a beer. And I have people that come into my tap rooms crying, hugging me. Lauren's in here somewhere. But we've had these great emotions because it's part of people's social life, and they just want to have a beer with their friends. So since we've opened in 2016, we've grown over 1,500%. We now have 2 tap rooms in the state of Colorado as well as a production brewery, and we distribute throughout 8 states in the southwestern part of the United States. We are one of only 2 breweries in the country that are certified gluten-free. We are the only brewery in the country that is women-owned certified. And we have won awards both for the quality of the liquid that we make as well as the business that we're running. We are starting a Series A $4 million round, and we will be putting funds towards new equipment, staffing, marketing, as well as, what was the other thing? I apologize. Oh, help us grow this brand. Come have a beer with me.
Thank you so much, Holiday. Humble Seed, where are you? All righty.
It's too tall. Hi, I'm Sarah Meist. I'm the CEO and co-founder of The Humble Seed. We are currently raising our first $1 million in outside capital, and I'm thrilled to be here with all of you today, seeing old friends and new faces. The Humble Seed started with my small obsession with seeds. You see, a few years ago, I fell in love with these little superfoods. They were nutrient dense, tasted great, and pound for pound, they require less water to grow than nuts. I started to ask myself, could seeds be the sexy star of the show instead of just sitting on the sidelines? And so we launched The Humble Seed. The Humble Seed is a seriously seedy cracker that's deliciously crisp and perfectly snack-sized, so your whole family can snack happy and healthy. There's a team of CPG veterans behind The Humble Seed. Our 4 founders collectively have over 100 years of experience and have launched more than 150 products across our careers. Sprouts saw the potential of the brand last year when they put us in their 400 retail locations. We're also currently selling on Amazon. In Q4 on Amazon, 30% of our purchases came from repeat buyers. That's a metric I like. The other numbers I like is that we play in a large and growing category. Crackers are an $8 billion category, up 10% versus a year ago. Finally, we've had some exceptional consumer response to the brand. A comment that we've gotten used to hearing is that consumers think that we are a healthier, better tasting version of Wheat Thins. Our team believes that the future of snacks is seedy, and we wouldn't have it any other way.
All right. Italia, you're next.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kristen Carmen, the founder of Italia Foods. We are seeking a $1 million investment to expand our distribution, increase brand awareness, and add people to our team. At Italia, we make artisan pizza that's pretty special. Our pizza dough is fresh. It's not pre-baked like other frozen pizzas, so it rises and bubbles as it bakes into a crispy, airy outer crust and chewy center. It's fresh-baked, restaurant-quality pizza you can enjoy at home. Our pizza dough is made with simple, clean ingredients that are gluten-free, organic, plant-based, and dairy-free, and your whole family will love it. Our pizza is currently at Whole Foods, Natural Grocers, and Met Market, and based on our sales in Whole Foods Rocky Mountain, we were selected to submit to Whole Foods Global. So we're waiting to hear on that one. When people first try our pizza, they say they had to keep checking the box to make sure that it was gluten-free. And I think that is so awesome. I just love that. Thank you.
All right, Cured.
All right, we are Cured Nutrition. We were founded in 2017, and we are the leader in functional cannabis supplements. Our supplements include a combination of functional mushrooms, adaptogenic herbs, and an array of cannabinoids to support humans in the struggles we all deal with: clarity, stress, sleep. We all know about that. In combination with the clinical herbalist based here in Boulder, Colorado, we've developed an array of SKUs that are leading the industry in quality and setting the standard for what the future of functional supplements is. This last year, we launched 2 hero SKUs, including a sleep product and our functional gummies that you see here. In a quick 11 months, we went from $0 to $57,000 per month in combined sales for those 2 hero SKUs. To date, we've sold a total of $9.4 million in sales. We've shipped over 112,000 orders nationwide. We maintain greater than 2,100 active subscribers. And to talk about our raving fans, our top 100 customers have an average lifetime value of $3,792. For comparison's sake, our average order value is $85. This year, in 2023, we're projecting $3 million in top-line sales. And if you compare ourselves to the industry, most companies in the CBD and cannabis-specific industry have been down about 20 to upwards of 60% over the last 3 years. We saw this as an opportunity to double down and scale, and we've done just that. With $3 million in projected sales for this year, we also crossed into profitability in September of 2022, and we've maintained profitability every month since. We're partnered with over 150 of the leading health, fitness, and personal development professionals. We do this to change the narrative around cannabis, and we're raising $1 million for our first outside round. Great job.
Awesome job, guys. And reminders, these guys will all be over at the Innovation Showcase, so go talk to them, please. All right, so for this next portion, how many past pitch slammers do we have in the audience? Stand up. And any winners? Yeah, give these guys a round of applause. This takes a lot of guts to get up here. So in keeping that, I'd like to invite another prior Pitch Slam winner to the stage, Juan Stewart, founder of Frescos Naturales. Juan is fresh off his Shark Tank appearance and is going to take a few minutes to talk life since he won Pitch Slam back in 2021. Juan, go for it. Yeah.
Hello. How's everybody doing? Yeah, this is what an amazing event for real. It was much easier this time sitting down there, just being relaxed. No innovation showcase for me this time. Don't have to go and pitch. Just can relax and talk to the industry professionals out there about my problems, daily problems, and just seriously, because I feel what we do, at least for me, is very lonely work. I'm alone most of the time. Like, it's very, sometimes I talk to my accountant. He doesn't count, you know what I mean? But for the most part, Frescos is still just me, and And I think with a lot of the brands, a lot of us, at first it has to just be you. You know what I mean? And it's the hardest thing ever. You have this idea and you try to push and everything. Now, this is not how I wanted to start this speech. I wanted to start it actually, but this is what I'm feeling, so I needed to tell you. Start with a funny story. When Bill told me that you should maybe go up there and say something. What I wanted to say is my journey over here was, it's kind of funny. The first time I went to a pitch slam, it was at the St. Julian. It was about 2016, 2017. Y'all, who was there around that time? Yeah, a lot of people. Cool. I have to tell you, the first time I went to one of these events, I was scared shitless. Like, seriously intimidated. The St. Julian is not a place I would usually go to. Even when they did salsa nights, I was like, I'm going to go in salsa dance. You know, for that event, I'm pretty sure I had to get pretty baked to go in there. And try to mingle, talk, try to be part of the crowd. I'm pretty sure I was like a ghost at that time. I was just sort of like watching. But I was really taking it all in. You know, at the time, I was at our company, it was 3 years old. It was a hot sauce company, Green Belly Foods. And, yep. But it was, again, it was my mom's hot sauce. My background's in film. You know, I started that company as a way of, like, maybe a lot of people in the same way, as I was trying to make extra income. Single parent, living in Boulder, this place is really expensive, you know, and eventually I took my roommate's idea. I was like, yo, you should go sell your hot sauce at the farmer's market. And once I saw that money, I never went back. It's for real. But it's I remember being at that event and being very scared. You know, I had my little company, only had 2 SKUs in 3 years. It was very hard to get. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to bottle. I didn't know about nutritional fact panels. I didn't know about margins. I didn't know. I just knew I just needed to. I had a good product, and I was like, yo, I think this is something really good. I think we should take this to the world. And that was it, you know. But it's very, very hard. Well, all these people that have come up here and talked, it is so hard to do what they do, you know. And at first, it's very intimidating to come up here in front of a elite group of industry professionals who have all this experience and start asking questions about, you know, everything, you know. And that one time, I realized how little I knew, but it was the beginning of my journey here. The next year was part of the Innovation Showcase. I was not stoned that time. I came here. It was here. Actually, Marcus from Picaflor won that year. And when I saw him pitch, everybody that pitched that year, I was like, damn, these people, wow. I'm glad they didn't pick me because I don't have all the information that they have. Little did I know what would happen later in my life, you know. But this community has been huge for me. And I also have to say that, you know, for somebody that was like low income here in Boulder, this was also someone that was accessible into this industry, right? It was like $25 to become a member. I don't know that year, it was $60, $100 to get, you know, to go in. But to go in and be able to see what happens and to hear all the questions and all the answers and where you should be. That was priceless. That was really priceless. So thank you. Thank you so much for everything. Yep.
We're rounding the home stretch. You know, we couldn't do any of this without our sponsors. We really just need to thank them. And you can scream and yell and hoot and holler, and that would be okay. Get a little blood flowing, okay? And we're rounding the corner. We're going to announce the winners in about, well, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So we created a new level this year called the Regenerating Level, and we have a tremendous partner in town. Let's give a round of applause to New Hope. Thank you, Carlotta, and your team. Thank you. Very generous. Good. We brought on a sustaining level sponsor this year, C.H. Robinson, 3PL. They're fabulous people. They're based in Minnesota. They came to town. They want to work with us. Thank you, C.H. Robinson. Let's give them a hand. We've been carrying some premier sponsors for quite some time in town. Danone North America. Danone in the house. Danone. We work with a great team out of Austin called Ironclad Consulting. They have helped me tremendously in the last 2 years to pull budgets together, to get my monthly accounting together. We love Ironclad. They're based in Austin. If you're a small business, they can help you with your accounting and finance. Ironclad Consulting, thank you. Oh, a name we all know, Justin's Nut Butter. Thank you, Justin's. An ongoing premier sponsor. We office out of an organization called Kiln, which is a co-working space in downtown Boulder. They've been very generous with the rent break for us. Kiln Co-working, that's where you can find me every day. It's a beautiful space, 21st and Pearl. Thank you, Kiln. If anyone's here from Kiln, thank you. And we have had a long relationship with Manufacturer's Edge. I know they're in the house. They do great work with manufacturing. Manufacturer's Edge, thank you. I'd like to introduce a board member to you who is known to a lot of you in the community, Justin from Conscious Alliance. Justin has a special request of all of you for a campaign that he's running right now. He became a sponsor of this event. You can sponsor events like this. And he did not want to waste paper and put anything in a tote bag. He just wants to tell you about his campaign, and we need you to get behind him. So Justin, come on up and say a couple words.
Good evening. On behalf of Naturally Boulder, thank you so much for being here and always showing up for Naturally Boulder. Bill asked me 5 minutes ago to come up and speak. I can't say I actually wanted to, but I would like to thank the Naturally Boulder community for stepping up and always being with Conscious Alliance. We started 20 years ago with an idea of hosting a food drive at a concert. Justin's was the first brand to join us, and I'm proud to say last year we worked with over 70 brands to stop 2.2 million pounds of food from going into the landfill, and instead we got it to kids and families in need. So when you work with Andy at Fortnite and he rebrands your product, donate it to Conscious Alliance, we'll pick it up, we'll get it in the hands of kids and families in need. Again, thank you for showing up for Naturally Boulder.
Do we have the winners in yet? Okay, that's a good sign. That's two. Okay, gotcha. So we're going to announce our winners. And first, we're going to start with the People's Choice Award. And so we're learning this real time as well. The People's Choice winner, isn't that pretty, by the way? Is, I'm curious too, let me know. Peak State. All right, all right. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you, Danny. Our third place winner today is Hooch Booch. Congratulations. Second place is Terraseed. Great job. And finally, our first place winner and the winner of that prize pack, and who we're going to invite to come up and say a few words, is Peak State. Well done, Danny. Well done.
Wow, Can you guys hear me right now? I'm just so grateful. This is a tough industry, I'll tell you that. We've had none of these resources available to us yet, so this just means so much to us. Thank you all so much. This industry has become a family to me, so thank you.
Can you give TJ a mic, one of the judges right in the middle here? Well, let's get one that works. Yeah, TJ.
Danny, we deliberated about who's going to win this prize, and everybody unanimously chose you, or something close to that. But the one thing that I think you need to focus on is you've got the coffee in the bag. You got that cool-ass can. You got the mushrooms maybe with some patented technology. You got a sourcing story that matters. And all that adds up, but one of those ideas has to be like where you're gonna put your anchor and how you're gonna communicate in a short amount of time that's really gonna resonate. When I'm gonna tell like one of my friends and advocate for you, peak state is what? Because I can't say all those things. You know, so you gotta really, and one of the reasons why we chose you is because we felt like you can benefit from the type of coaching that you're gonna get from all these prizes to really narrow that in. So congrats.
Can we get all of the Pitch Slam winners Pitch Slammers up on stage for a photo, please? All 5 of you. Up here. Come on up. Come on up, we just want to get a group photo. Come on, you can do it. Let's go. And everyone, the showcase will be open again. The 2 bars will be open. There are desserts out there. There's still a little food hanging around. Please enjoy yourself. We're here. You can hang out for a little while, 45 minutes or so. Thank you. Good job.
Good job.
Thanks for giving up your time.
Of course.
Yeah. You want to come over here on this side?